Hello and welcome to This is Just Ross and Chris chatting about Scottish property. Today we are going to talk about whether or not now is a good time to sell your tenanted property. So now being during COVID-19. And it's a big question. The first thing I want to say is I think that if you want to sell now and not to wait until next year, then selling with the tenant still living there might be your only option. Is that fair to say, Ross? The 6-month notice period?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you're looking to sell your property, it's a 6-month notice period you need to give to your tenants, and that will run. 6-month notice period obviously brought in because of COVID-19, and that will run until the 31st of March 2021. After that period, notice periods should revert back to the traditional period, which was 1 or 3 months for a PRT and 2 months in accordance with this date for short-short tenancy.
Okay. I mean, obviously the tenant might move out themselves and there might be some other solutions that you come up with, but that's the situation there. If you really want to sell now, then selling with the tenant there is probably the only option for you in Scotland. And at the moment, the property market is, I guess everybody or anybody listening to this or watching this knows that it's been really buoyant in the home buyer market. Home buyers have been going nuts. Everybody's been desperate to move. There's been a real imperative to have that extra room, to have a garden. And we totally get all that. There's been a lot of pent up frustration. I think what I would say is that the heat in the home buyer market hasn't really been replicated in the investor market. But since the kids went back to school mid-August or so, it has been active, and property investors are buying properties, thankfully, and they're buying quite a few from us, which is great. But you know, we're not quite sure what's going to happen in the future. But it's been busy. Just want to say that the sale prices that are happening in the home buyer market, Ross, they're not quite what we're seeing. What kind of sale prices are we talking about for the investors?
Yeah, we're looking to, obviously it differs from different parts of the country, different regions. We're looking to try and secure at least around the home report value for a tenanted property. Where it differs from home buyers is that home buyers are driven by maybe emotions of where they want to live, and they go around to see a property and they picture themselves sort of sitting having a cup of coffee at the dining table or making something in the kitchen or relaxing in the lounge. And their emotions are driven. They really want to buy that property. Therefore, they put a little bit extra on their offer to try and secure the property. Property investors are driven by facts and figures, what it looks like on a spreadsheet. So does it work for them? Is it yield good? Is a capital appreciation possible on that particular type of property? So it's a total different process to get to the sales price. So the home buyers market has been very buoyant. Investors are reluctant to invest in a buoyant home buyers market because they just get outbid by the home buyers, and they're not prepared to pay what the home buyers are prepared to pay. But for our properties, obviously, we've sold quite a few tenanted properties and portfolios recently. So we're seeing investors come back to the market, and once the market is showing signs of cooling down a little bit, certainly from the first-time buyers on the first run of the ladder. So yeah, I think investors are starting to sort of look around now, understand where the opportunities might lie.
True. And just a quick note on the logistics. I know that you're at the sharp end of that a lot of the time, but real estate agents already have a number of logistical issues to overcome when it comes to selling any property, vacant or tenanted. But when the property is tenanted, it's even more so. And I think sometimes we've had to stay a bit patient, which is the right thing to do, and obviously be extremely safe and stay within the rules. And we do have occasionally a tenant that is self-isolating when we're trying to organise for the home report or the videos that we're the marketing material or viewings. We've had to stay a bit patient, certainly very understanding, show a lot of empathy, of course, to the tenants, and just keep communication as high as possible. So it can be done, some logistical challenges, but it can be done. We've written a blog just to recap a lot of what we've talked about, or in fact go into more detail. So that we'll put a link to that on this this post. Ross, is there anything else that needs to be said?
I think that's it. The blog has lots of interesting information about how the process of buying properties at this moment in time, which is good. But at the same time, obviously, we're very approachable chaps, and anybody that has any questions about buying or selling tenanted properties or selling properties at this moment in time, then just get in contact with us, either through Facebook or through our social media channels, or directly contact us on our website.
For sure. All right. Thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.